Hey guys, it's the Stardock stream. We are tired on this
Oh.
Wednesday. I just called you out, Scott.
Yeah, it's fine. I was so peppy 10 minutes ago. I think it was the candy that crashed me. I was feeling good, and then
candy all day.
oh my gosh, I went to go talk at some high schools about the joys of video game development, and my talkers all talked out. So this may be a short one, but
Yes.
luckily we have cool stuff to talk about.
Yes, in general, lots
Yes.
of different things, but we might as well start with Sorcerer King, which
Sorcerer
is what you guys
King.
want to hear about, since you're here.
Unfortunately, I can't show it.
But he can talk about it.
But I can talk about it. You'll notice down here, version 1.4.
They actually won't see it because your face is in the way. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Screen only. Now you
There
can
we
show
go.
it.
1.4. That's all I can show you of 1.4. But basically, we got some work done on a couple of systems that we wanted to touch. In 1.4, you will be getting an opt-in next week. So it's a little Christmas surprise for anybody who's daring enough to opt in for that. Some really cool stuff dealing with resources. Before, everything would be, you would have you would get metal, and you'd have 2 metal, I think, and then you'd have to spend that 2 metal. And now we've switched over to a accumulation system. So when you have metal, you're accumulating metal. When you have crystal, you actually,
Thank goodness.
yeah, you're filling your bucket of metal and crystal and stuff.
Gotcha. So it's constantly producing.
Yeah,
That's great.
we initially kind of simplified it down to the Civ 5 way of doing things, and we're like, I think it would feel better because
Right.
the whole the reasons that you would simplify that kind of system don't make sense in a game with a doomsday counter.
Right.
So by the doomsday counter acts as a anti-turtler. When you have a resource system that accumulates, you don't want to reward the turtler who builds a bunch of walls and then
Right.
just sits there and collects a bunch of metal and a bunch of resources and then goes out. We don't have to worry about that, because if you do that, eventually the doomsday counter ticks up and you will die.
Right.
So we changed that over, did some AI work, and changed it so the trainable units can now have shields and weapons equipped to them.
Oh, cool.
So kind of those are 2 major areas where you'd build a bunch of stuff, and then it would just go, it would just sit around and rot because your heroes, only so many heroes could make use of them. So
Right.
we now
Sweet.
have that cool stuff for you to play around with. But I'm not going to play around with it.
He's not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to.
But you guys will get to very soon.
Yeah. Next week it'll be in your guys' hands. We just want to give it a little bit more testing.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
should
somebody's
I
asking
do?
if they will start with some noob shields and swords, or if they'll start empty-handed.
I believe that they'll start empty-handed.
Okay.
They'll start empty-handed. Technically, they'll still have they'll still have a sword in their hand. But this is all under the covers stuff. It's
Gotcha.
So a guy may have a shield, his graphic may have a shield and a sword,
Right.
but he may not actually have a shield equipped.
Mhm.
It's more data, on the data side than
Right.
on the graphical side, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
And Betrayal asks, is the Sorcerer King ever going to be able to counter the raise land to wall off strategy?
Possibly. I haven't talked to Brad about the specifics, but I know that next year we have some big SK plans.
Awesome.
I haven't basically I know that because Brad came by last week and said, Sorcerer King next year, got big plans. And then walked away. He's like, okay, that's so
You got drive-by CEO.
I got drive by
Nice.
something, yeah. So
All right,
something.
then.
I mean, we obviously have tons of design thoughts and tons of design feedback.
Right.
But we'll actually get the man hours behind those things, and we'll have more to talk about once those things are decided. So I feel like a politician up here, like
I know.
a bunch of non-answers.
Stuff that we can talk
I
about
swear,
but not talk about.
I swear something's coming.
Something. We just can't say what.
Let's do a little bit of map editing because I really want to get this this mod finished
Right.
for everybody for Christmas, because once Christmas is behind us, we're not going to want to have to deal with snow stuff.
Are
we're
you
gonna
planning on wrapping this up next week?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep.
so we're going to do a little bit of modding today, and then next week Scott will definitely, hopefully not be too busy.
I will absolutely, possibly, definitely, maybe be.
Yeah, I'd like you guys to know that the stream cancellations are his fault.
I am such a jerk. I'm so sorry. I really am. Like
He comes to me like literally an hour before last week.
Last week it was.
Oh, man.
There was an explosion for Ashes that I thought I was going to have more time on, and they're like, "We're branching. We really need this finished," and I'm like, "I really need a lot more time." Okay, so always need more time. Okay, so we're gonna start them up there.
The CW says only buildable units can equip swords, or can hypnotized/tamed units also equip them, like spiders equipping 4 swords.
Spiders will not be able to equip 4 swords.
Unless 4 swords refers to Zelda specifically, no. Bite me.
No, I believe that it will be kind of the same situation like we have now with wolves. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll probably be able to equip sword. If you have a sword, you can tape it to its head, and it'll like
Sword wolf.
sword wolf.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Guys, speaking of spiders, have you ever played Don't Starve Together?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what it is?
I do, yeah.
So the art style is really kind of unique and different, and I guest streamed with a friend on his stream yesterday night, and he's like, "Will you play Don't Starve together with me?" I said, "All right." So we booted up and everything, and he picks the one creature that's like a spider guy, and he shows up on my screen, and I'm like, "Really?" I swear. He's like, "What?" And like he legitimately has no idea that
Oh,
I've
no.
been, this has been my torment for this.
And you go, you can
for
starve.
months. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
I'm like, go starve.
Just go starve.
I was the first one to die because I couldn't make a fire when it got dark, and he died not long after I did. So we didn't starve. We just died. So I guess we still technically won if the objective is not to starve together. Silver linings, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to dink around. Does anybody have any questions? After this, I may boot up Political Machine just for a little bit.
They're all chatting.
Okay, good.
CW says, Scott, when you make a blockade, you can jump over the blocking tile by building an outpost and cloud walk to the other side.
Yes. Yeah, that's... Is he suggesting that I do that?
I don't know. Are you suggesting that he do that, or are you just pointing out
Is that the cheese? Is that the cheese?
That might be what they're talking about. That might be the cheese.
Oh,
Talking about
yes.
equipping wool.
Okay, yes. That is
Give me
cheese.
my teeth armor, he says.
Okay, that is definitely cheese. Okay.
And Black Smoke says,
Yeah.
in reference to strapping swords to wolves' heads, he says, "Isn't that the way that cockfighting works? Don't those jerks attach knives to the chicken's legs? I think they have spurs, and it's really awful."
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about that.
No, it's so mean. We like dogs here. We love animals here.
Yeah, rest in peace, animals. Ooh,
We have
what
a
could be
very
down here?
friendly. Well, we have 3 very friendly dogs. Well, okay, 2 friendly dogs and a neurotic dog in the building most of the time. And the neurotic
Is Maggie
dog is friendly.
is Maggie the
Maggie's
neurotic
not
dog?
the neurotic
Oh.
dog. I think you know who the neurotic dog is.
Oh yeah,
She's very sweet. She's just scared of everything.
yeah.
I gave her a biscuit the other day. I asked Brad if it was okay. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I gave her a cookie, and the way she took it, like she moved toward me like this, and she sort of opened her mouth and went, and like walked away with it, like, backed away slowly. And I'm like, "Do I look like an axe murderer or something? What's
Oh.
going on?"
Just making sure.
Yeah,
We'll
you
see.
just gotta be
We're
sure all the
big.
time.
We're big. Humans
we
are
large.
big. I don't blame them.
And it's funny because
For-
it's just a contrast to Arrow, who's like, "I love everybody," except Leo. Apparently, he's terrified of Leo. And if you guys
That's
knew Leo, you
awesome.
know that Leo is like the nicest person and is super sweet.
Is he?
Uh,
Arrow. Arrow says otherwise.
And yeah, Arrow went and hid behind Lou, and I even gave Leo a biscuit to give him. He would not even take food from Leo.
Oh my
and when
gosh.
a dog won't take food from you, there's some problems.
Huh.
So poor Leo is devastated that Arrow doesn't like
That's
him.
Leo.
I know, exactly.
Who doesn't like Leo? Besides
Beats
Arrow.
me. Besides Arrow, apparently. Betrayal asks, are there any plans to make the Steam Workshop usable so people can publish stuff there like mods? SK would be a great way to try it for future Stardock products. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge,
Yes,
nudge, kick to the shin.
absolutely. He kick?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. We've talked about it. It's definitely on our radar.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're really happy with how the workshop integration turned out with Galciv. And I could see we have all these editors in here. It seems a shame not to utilize that, but so it's been talked about. I think a bunch of us would love that, but just a matter of where it lands on. Once we start getting some manpower back onto SK,
right,
and we refocus what are we going to find? What are we going to go, oh man, we really screwed this part up, or we got to do this XYZ.
Look at all the stuff. So many trees. It's been weird though, guys. Like there hasn't been. We had that one day of snow. Like it just kind of went, here's snow.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
Nothing. And usually this time in December in winter here in Michigan, it would be like 12 degrees outside, freezing winds, and snow everywhere.
And it's beautiful.
And I walked today. It was like 43 when I came in. I needed a light sweater. That's it.
Like we've been walking our kids to school.
Yeah.
It's been so nice. And like going out and looking at Christmas lights, just walking around the sub.
Yes.
It's been really nice.
It is. And now that I've said that, it's about to dump on us.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Thanks. Thanks, Kristy.
Sorry. But honestly, I want my white Christmas though. I like it when it's nice and snowy outside around that time of December, and it's not looking like that's going to be the case this year. It kind of bums me out a little bit. Now that makes sense. Let's just have this, amber waves of grain in the middle of a snow cone.
Hey, you knew it's an Arctic map. What can I do? Is there any way I can fix that for not realistic enough for Kristy?
No, I'm turning my nose up at you.
Your map work is atrocious. You call yourself a cartographer. All right. Just a little bit more, and then we will. Yeah, let's. We'll
talk a little bit about Political Machine.
Yeah, talk about Political Machine, because that is what I'm working on more.
I've actually been spending a lot of time writing about that and working with that lately too. That and Ashes. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Ashes. Doing some video capture, so that's a lot of fun. I do stuff too, guys. Jeez.
It'll be interesting. One of the big reasons we did Political Machine this year is just because we got people asking about it for Trump. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the interest in everything once whatever happens with Trump happens.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine he's going to be in it much longer. At least as the GOP,
Right.
Things seem to be rough for anybody who says we should. Anyways.
Oh, let's see. We got some comments. CW says, no snow means Elsa is happy. Well, I thought the cold didn't bother her anyway.
No. We have, that well is dry.
No, it hasn't.
No more.
It never will. Yes. And Gilmoy says, Sorcerer King, Climate Change Edition. All of the snow melts. The whole map is tropical to desert. The giants are in Speedos. Wow.
I like that.
That's kind of a terrifying thought.
That's awesome.
SK Insect Edition. Now with more spiders, centipedes, and Hey. Not okay with that. Praying mantises. Those are cool.
I did like the being able to equip 4 multiple swords if you're a spider.
Oh, God.
That'd be cool.
I'm having this terrible mental image now. I have to be careful about vocalizing
fears.
Yes, I'm starting to learn that people around here are kind of prankstery.
Mm-hmm.
I've been regaled with some tales of some excellent pranks that have occurred in the last couple of years. And I'm starting to realize, I'm like, if I tell them too much, I could be next.
Mhm.
Plus, they said they're like, the people who are reactive are the most fun ones to prank. I'm like, don't say anything, Kristy. Don't say a word. Do not say a word.
Just go, yeah, get those nerds, those
You get those nerds.
scary nerd, those easily, yeah.
It's always funny when my
All
friends
in
and I call
fun.
each other nerds. It's like we're well aware of this fact. It's not like at all anything different.
Did you ever get to play around with VR?
Yes. The day after we got
All
it,
right,
I came up
and?
here and they set me up and I did the portal one that we
Oh,
had.
okay, yeah.
And oh my gosh, first of all I was laughing so hard because I love Portal and I love Gladys anyway. And it was very snarky as per usual and it's hilarious.
But isn't she huge? Like,
oh my god, it freaked me out when she came down and looked at me. I was like, I'm sorry, okay. And like trying to fix can you actually fix the robot?
I don't know.
Because I sure as heck didn't.
I
definitely
think
failed.
so.
And she's like, oh, it's as I expected, but that was a little bit more entertaining than I thought. Now I'm going to kill you. Okay, great. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you got to play around with it.
No, that was a lot of fun. I definitely want to try that again.
Yeah.
But and I did a little bit with they put me on Paint originally, which was kind of fun. But it's like when you put a non-artist on there, I'm like, look, I made a squiggly line.
Yeah,
yay. That's about all I got.
Even the artists here couldn't really make much with it. It's more of a a cool proof of concept.
And it's so immersive. Like,
oh my
I
gosh.
forgot that because I had the headphones on with the sound and I had the visor obviously, and I forgot that there was like anybody else in the room. I could hear them like sometimes laughing through my headset, like laughing at me. And then once I don't know who it was probably Leo, might have been Dan. Somebody came up and like tapped me on the shoulder real fast. I was like, what?
Jeez.
Whipped around. I was like, ah! And, like of course all I
Smacked
see
him.
is the lab of Aperture Science, but no, I missed him. Darn it!
And
but,
you know what's so Alan came up to me and he was talking to me. He kind of pulled the earphone away.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me and I turned around and for like 2 seconds, I'm like, why is he not here? I actually had to think like,
yeah.
why are you, where are you?
Yeah. It's like,
And
I can't see
I'm
you.
like,
Am I
oh, that's
blind?"
right. I'm in a video game right now. It is so immersive. It's so incredible.
Like, Mom, I'm in virtual reality. I'll call you in a minute.
It's so good.
Just think of Howard from The Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you've ever watched that show, but it's brilliant.
I've never seen that, but I've heard good
It's
things.
hilarious. I love it. Some people say that it's, insulting to nerd culture. I disagree. I think it's hilarious, and I think that it's complimentary most of the time. But oh, look at that. No more sandy beaches.
You know what I found is, because it's a CBS show, isn't it?
I think so.
After like The Office and probably mostly The Office, I have a real hard time watching anything with a laugh track anymore.
It's
like,
funny. I've had some people say the same thing, that the laugh track is what weirds them out.
Yeah. I'm like, why am I being like prompted?
Yeah.
I'll laugh if it's funny. Like, earn it. Don't.
Right.
How dare you?
Now, I appreciate that they like film in front of a live studio audience. So they
Yeah,
have
that's
that,
true.
Like, that
It's
natural
true.
laugh. It's
Yeah.
not like they're just laying over a laugh track to be jerks.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that they do that because it's kind of, it's like having live theater, but at the same time not. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that sort of immersion
Beach.
factor. So the
Yeah.
laugh track does not bother me in that respect, but I can definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah,
with that.
because I remember somebody was telling me to watch 2.5 Men, and
yeah, they have the
I'm
laugh
like,
track too.
why is this bugging me? Like, what is bugging me so much? And then I realized it was whenever the laugh track started, I cringed.
Right.
Yeah, to me,
if you can get past that, though, the show's so brilliant. Especially, it makes so many call-outs to the kind of things that we love. They've got some great Star Wars episodes, and they've got amazing guest stars like Leonard Nimoy, Bob Newhart. They've had lots of cool people on the show.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's just I always wait until Christmas time and buy the latest season, which is why it's on my brain because I was just watching season 8, I think it is. So, let's see.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. I've dinked around in here enough.
Betrayal says, so anything you can say about the inclusion of races and new sovereigns that were mentioned on the forums? Did we mention something like that?
I didn't see that post. If
I know
you,
people have been asking for those for a long time.
I don't know. Did Brad say something? I
don't know what. Can you link us the post or something?
like I
Betrayal? I'm
said,
not really sure what we're talking about.
when Brad came by and talked about SK, it was like he was
3
in and out.
sentences.
Yeah. It was
SK next year.
SK next year. Get psyched.
Get psyched. Walk away.
And then like, okay, I'm psyched now, but
but I don't know why.
I would
I'm
love
psyched.
more. Yeah.
Context.
Okay.
You probably should update your Galciv, Gilmoy. Arctic 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Look at all that. We've got terrain and we have
We got
volcanoes.
big volcanoes.
Trees on fire.
Trees on fire.
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. I think that is the biggest thing I love about working here is that I can drop references like that and people will either finish them or at the very least laugh because they know where they're coming from. I can drop a Monty Python quote and people think it's hilarious.
Yeah, lots of Monty Python. What the heck? What'd I do?
What did you do, Ray? What did you do?
All right. We were going to.
Betrayal says, I'm going to use this new curse word. Betrayal says, hold on a sec, I'll link to it. Deleted link. Pickles. I'm going to use pickles now. That's great. Let's see. In the Steam forums, Dragonol wrote separating the sovereign choice from the race. You would choose a sovereign on one hand and then a race on the other. The races would include men, of course, Iron-Ears, new but natural edition, the Wretched, the fallen creatures that the Sorcerer King uses, and a couple of others.
If that's what he has planned,
we don't know any more details.
I know.
About that,
I know. You know more than I do about that. So. Yeah, and sometimes, ideas kind of come out on the forums, and it's more of a vetting.
Right.
Let's see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So without seeing the post, I can't comment.
Right. And
fully on
sometimes Brad's the one in charge, so sometimes he says stuff and we don't find out about it till later.
Yeah.
And we can't really expand upon that until he gives us some clarification. So. Black Smoke D-Max says,
right.
Scott, don't you just love hearing Brad's thoughts third party?
It won't be the
the
first time.
Won't be the last. I've only been here. I just hit my 3 months the other day.
Gosh.
I've only been here 3 months. I'm learning this real fast.
Oh man, I think I don't know how many features I've learned about through he's going on a PR trip. He's going on a marketing trip. Oh, we have a new feature.
Wait, what? What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the big thing with Political Machine now, guys, is we are we going to have words. Oh my god.
You got it.
Multiplayer. We are going to have multiplayer are the words that I was
trying
to express. Look at the bobbling. That's a lot of bobble. Bobble baby, bobble baby, bobble baby. Is that how that works? God, I can't believe I just said that. Oh boy.
I don't get that
It's
reference. That was one.
Oh, it's a song that they the wobble baby wobble. I don't even know.
Let's see if we can
it's
make
like one of those line dance songs. They play at weddings all the time.
Let's do Drogon.
Drogon?
Yeah, that's the Frozen.
Drogon the Frozen. Oh
wait,
boy.
Drogon. Let's see if
Gilmore says, "Wow, this is what happens when the Sorcerer King wins." Yes, suddenly Sorcerer King Political Edition.
Here we go. Hair. Really? I don't know if I wonder if I can make one. Yeah, so this is what I've been working on. Okay. Let's make this guy real quick. You have all kinds of eyes. A gas mask.
My.
We have all kinds of weird stuff in here.
Jeez.
Okay, let's just go. Jeb Bush is slow. I'm going to go with Trump. Let's see. No, I'm going to do versus Trump. Sanders, Al Gore.
So many choices.
It doesn't matter. All I know is that whenever he plays Jeb Bush, I think we made his stats he's too slow.
I see.
We did his stats during a period where he was not not going around and
right.
he kind of put a hiatus on
Yeah.
on something. So yeah, look at Sanders has more. Okay, I'll be.
He's got so much bobble.
Mhm.
They've all got bobble. So yeah, I'm not surprise. I'm not especially great at this game either. But
so here's the deal. You have to. There's two major things that factor into them voting for you. First, they have to know about you. So your awareness. So let's actually click to awareness mode. They really only know about me in Vermont right now. So you have to go around.
Is that awareness mode new too? Or did I just not notice that when I was doing all the screen capture like a month ago?
Oh no, these have all been in there. These modes?
Yeah. I never noticed those buttons.
You don't even play or get. You don't even like us.
I love
You're
you guys.
taking.
I just don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so these are the top 3 issues in Vermont. Right now, it's kind of leaning more towards Democratic because they know about me versus him. So let's go just make sure we get California. California and Texas are kind of
big
they're big states, but they're also good for fundraising. So you kind of, and fundraising, your awareness factors into how much you get for fundraising.
Right.
There we go. I'm not going to show any of this because I'm going to talk about it. Raise funds. Yeah, so state awareness factors in your national approval and the state wealth. Let's get some bucks.
Chris and I had a bunch of fun making the video for this.
Oh, it turned out real cute.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they really like that video, and that makes me happy. Like, yeah, I did something. I did something good.
I'm probably going to get it anyways. So what a campaign headquarters does is raises your awareness.
Yeah.
Consulting office gives you political capital points so you can hire operatives, which are more units. Then outreach center gives you special interest points to get endorsements. And endorsements are like national things. Operatives are guys that you can put on the map to affect certain things. And then campaign headquarters just, I think I'm going to build a consulting office and then do a little more fundraising and then press the turn. I'll just play this real quick.
I itch my eyes. My allergies have been crazy.
What? Oh.
Stamina. What?
Oh, let's see if it's my new set. Yes, it's Good Day. I just did this one.
There you go, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she loves coffee. Today on Good Day, we've got a presidential candidate and we'll talk about voting. Dale's got the latest in weather. And celebrity chef Enrico is here too. Oh.
Is that supposed to be Enrico?
Oh, no. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Chris Buckle. I always read it as Enrico. I just love how coffeeed up she is. Okay, what am I going to do on my first day? I need a vacation right away. Right away. Oh, Sanders, what would you say? Not repeal Obamacare. Just straight up win it.
Winning.
Okay. Tackle climate change. That sounds, what makes you so great? Oh my goodness.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. So Good Day. What's nice is different.
My greatness.
I'm competent. Yeah. So Good Day is kind of different. Different shows kind of have different flavors. Like this is a very lightweight show. It's it's pretty easy. Whereas you go on to like the O'Reilly Factor or something, and you're gonna have to know your stuff.
The O'Malley Factor or something in here.
Yeah, the O'Malley scenario or something.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Oh, fall raking tips. That's useful. All right. And then, based on your answers, I won some independence.
Cool.
Awesome. Oh,
so
he got a guy.
So this. Oh, geez. So this is what we've been working on, guys. This is why our stream Scott's have been having to cancel
I
our
know. I'm
streams.
sorry.
And this is why we're kind of keeping it short and sweet today. But we wanted to talk about Sorcerer King updates. We wanted to mention, Galciv has an update, as some of you have mentioned and seen. So that is available in the DLC also. It's pretty cool. I actually did some editing for that, so I've read all the dialogue and the text, and there's some cool stuff in there for you guys to check out. And this will have multiplayer update coming really soon, and we're looking forward to presenting that to you guys. So if you have any remaining questions, let's wrap it up, and we'll let Scott get back to work because he was distracted hanging out with high schoolers all day.
I was.
Like the rebel that he is.
They have a lot of good questions at high school.
Yeah, no, I really I enjoy talking to young adults and to kids because they're really inquisitive, and some of the stuff that, like, when I used to work in childcare, some of the questions they would come up with would always surprise me. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That was really smart.
Yeah.
Like, not to say that you're not smart, but that was really smart. Where'd that come from? So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Sorry that it's kind of a little shorter than usual this time, but
my fault.
Scott
it's all my fault.
promises me and you, so you can see right now if he breaks his promise next week. You
Promise.
can reach him. He promises that next Wednesday we will finish up the mod stream. I will get to write my quest, and we will go from there. So, yes. Anything else, Scott?
No. Just if you guys have any questions,
try and hit us up on the forums. I try to pay attention.
Man,
I haven't.
I've been
really
bad
about that too.
Obviously, I've been bad about it. I didn't even know that one about Brad's suggestions on the leaders.
CW says, Kristy, did you ask Scott to take a look at the selection highlight when you cast a spell on a unit in an army? Because it is very hard to see whether and or which unit is selected in the window when the choosing unit for the spell cast.
I think that is on our... That is in Fogbugs already.
I
remember seeing that one. Yeah, because it...
Cool.
Yes. I think I put that one in after playing and getting frustrated.
Apparently I remembered to ask him.
Yeah.
And Betrayal, Betrayal asks, are there any plans for 1.4 to fix any of the monsters? Anything specific that you're referring to, Betrayal, as far as fixing some of the monsters?
I have to look through Brad's change log.
Yeah.
I know that he did a bunch of tweaking of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, there was a lot of tweaking that happened. So
Okay.
I don't know if that was based on the feedback he had gotten.
Right.
You know, we get on the forums or just his own playthrough, but lots
you
of
guys
stuff.
will
It
get-
was a huge
yeah.
change log.
Great.
So
Well, you guys will get access to that pretty soon. If
Yeah.
Scott's correct, it should be sometime next week. So, but yeah,
Yep,
it looks like they're working on the highlighting issue, and we'll wrap all of that up and give it to you in a nice package for the holiday season. Something like that. I don't know. There's a bow on it.
No, that's right. That's
You
right.
don't get to see it, but there's a bow on it in my visualization. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and Scott for a little while, and we will see you next week on Wednesday. There's also a Galciv stream this Friday to talk about 1.5 and the DLC with Paul Boyer. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern time, as usual. So join us on Friday, and then Scott and I will be back next Wednesday.
Sounds good. See you guys.
All right. Bye, guys. And I'm going to let this run for a minute.